Hi, I'm Josh with Best of Texas Landscape, and in this video we're going to be discussing once again the Hunter Pro C controller, and I'm going to just go over the different programs. Right here, the program button. The Hunter Pro C comes with 3 programs you can use: A, B, and C. Most of the time you'll be setting up your initial watering schedule and everything on program A. But you still have 2 more. You have B and C. And the reason you would use these is there's several different reasons. One of which may be if say you have your front yard maybe gets full sun, so you're going to want to water that more, and say your backyard gets a lot of shade, or a certain area of your yard gets a lot of shade. You would want to set up your front yard on program A and maybe water that 2 or 3 times a week, and then set up your backyard on program B to maybe water once or twice a week. Or you could even water at the same amount but just different run times, different things like that. So also, if you have a drip system and you want to have that totally separate, and it only comes on maybe a couple of times a month, there's a lot of different reasons to use it. I'm just going to show you briefly how to use it. So in the previous videos you've seen how we've set up program A, with the different with the start times and the run times and the days to water. So what I'm going to do, going back to what I said about front yard being sun, backyard being shade, that's the case here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set up a program B for my backyard, a couple of stations here. I want them on program B, and I only want them to water once a week as opposed to program A that waters twice a week. So all you would do in that situation is go ahead and flip down to program start times, and you'll notice right here it's on program A that I set up before. And what we're going to do, let me zoom in so you can see that. Alright, so that's program A, and that's already set. So all I need to do is go ahead and hit that program button and advance to B. Now it's showing start time off, nothing's been set. So once again, going back to the other videos, I've showed you how to set the start times and the run times and the days to water. So I'm just going to run over those briefly. You would just do that again, but you're setting it up for another program. So I'm going to go ahead and have my start time go ahead and be 5:30 as well. And the reason I can do this, the same start time, is I'm going to set it for a different day, so there won't be any conflicting start times on the same day. So we're at 5:30 a.m. as well, and I can advance to start time 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to leave those off. I just want 1. And then we'll go ahead and turn the dial down to set station run times. And in this situation, I'm going to have stations 6 and 7 on program B. So we'll go ahead and advance to 6. I'm going to run that up to 15 minutes. And I'm going to go to 7 and do the same thing. So 6 and 7 are now set at 15 minutes. Under program B, you've got to make sure that it's set on program B. And then last, we'll go ahead and flip down days to water. Once again, you see all the days of the week. So I'm gonna have this come on Friday. So I'm just gonna hit that advance arrow all the way till I get to Friday, and hit a plus. So now that my water symbol is sitting over Friday, means that's the day it's gonna water, and that's it. That program B is now set. I just flip my dial back to run, and it's ready to go. So I have program A set up, And now I have a couple of stations on program B that are only going to water once a week, as opposed to all the other stations that'll water twice a week on program A. And that's the different uses for the programs. I used A and B. There's still C. You may have like I said before, you may have like a drip system or some bubblers, trees, things that that you would want to water even different than A and B. And so you can use that. And within each program, you have up to 4 start times. And so you can, once again, going back to start times, run times, and days to water, you have to program all of this within each program. So just make sure, once again, make sure you don't have any conflicting start times. If you're going to water on the same days, just make sure the start times are different. If they're the same, it won't water correctly. So just make sure there's nothing conflicting. And that's a rundown on how to use the different programs.